Welcome back, RLWF fans. It is time for Mayhem. And headed to the ring first, the entirety of Armed and Dangerous. Big Daddy Remy Haynes, Smash Sanchez, and the Puerto Rican Assassin, Freddy Gonzalez, headed to the ring. We are going to have a brand new match type right here tonight, making its debut. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, RLWF fans, that everything works as planned. Armed and Dangerous in the ring. It is going to be a 6-man tag match, a table tag elimination. So theoretically, it means that once you put all 3 members of your opposing team through a table, they are going to be eliminated, and you win. Up against Armed and Dangerous tonight, it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Brotherhood. Alex Cassidy, Zeke, and Vinu making their way to the stage. A motley crew if I ever saw one. Vinu, of course, one half of the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. Zeke, former global champion. And Alex Cassidy, all of a sudden, a force to be reckoned with on a Mayhem. So a terrible trio here to square off against Armed and Dangerous. This should be a great match. Again, a 6-man tag, table tag elimination. We have never done this before in the RLWF. The entire illustrious history of the RLWF, this is a first. No Ben in this match. It was a 3-on-3, and this was the 3 that Zeke opted for. Listen, he's the boss, and he gets to decide. Ben is going to be in a match later on, so worry not. And here we go. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know which team you think is going to win. As always, if you're looking at that mass of human flesh slapping against each other in the middle of that RLWF ring, and you're like, I'd like to have a guy in there, all you got to do, stop by the Twitch channel, drop a sub, or hang out for a while, and once you've got 5,000 channel points, cash them in. Either one will do it. You could have your own guy right there in the ring. You don't even need the game. I got you covered. Alex and Vinu double teaming on Big Daddy Remy Haynes at ringside. And now everyone at ringside. Smash Sanchez comes out to lend a hand while Zeke goes after Freddy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the nice reversal. Again, eliminations through a table, I believe, count on the outside as well, so you have to be cautious. Smash Sanchez has Cassidy up, and oh my goodness, the table lodged that. I mean, listen, you'd hate to be that fan. You pay all that money to get front row seats to RLWF Mayhem, and you've got a table wedged in front of you. Sanchez gets a table into the ring, and then comes over to help out Freddy Gonzalez, tossing Zeke into the barricade, and now Smash Sanchez clearing another table. Again, I threw an announcer desk, counts the table as well. Alex Cassidy trying to eliminate Freddy Gonzalez early, but Freddy with a timely reversal. Freddy with the inverted DDT. Big splash from Big Daddy. Table knocked over as Zeke tosses Smash Sanchez back into the ring. Zeke, I think, looking for a way to dislodge that table, but it is really wedged in there. Somebody split open. I think that was Remy Hayes split open by Zeke. Lex sets a table up on the inside, but everyone on the outside. Smash Sanchez, did he just... This is supposed to be a tag match. I think Smash Sanchez just powerbombed Remy Hayes, his tag team partner. We'll keep an eye. I believe this is supposed to be teams here. It is not every man's for himself. It is a team effort. Might have just been a little bit of confusion there on the part of Smash Sanchez. Again, it's the first time we've done one of these matches, so the rules sometimes a little lost. And Lex with a ripcord knee on Smash Sanchez. Vinu tosses Remy in, knocks over the table. Freddy is going for another table. Oh no, pulls out a ladder. Instead, sets it up at ringside. And Vinu has the table set up. Freddy back in the ring. Table knocked down. Side Russian leg sweep there. And Freddy saving his partner there with the interception on Zeke. And Freddy, tosses the table away. And then surprise, surprise, Zeke is handing out spears to everybody in the ring at this point. Remy tossed out, and Zeke's going out after him. Smash Sanchez absolutely pummeling Cassidy in the corner. Zeke has the table, puts it inside the ring. And Sanchez whips a barbed wire bat at Lex Cassidy and splits him wide open. Understandably. Zeke has a table set up. No eliminations as of yet in this 6-man table tag elimination match. Zeke rolling out now. Smash Sanchez, big clothesline on Lex Cassidy. And the Claymore on Vinu from Remy Hayes. Absolute chaos at ringside. Finally, Smash Sanchez tossed into the ring by Cassidy. But Smash Sanchez right back out.
Here it comes.
And Remy plants Zeke with the choke slam. And Zeke returning the favor with the heavens to hell on Remy Hayes. Hayes tossed into the corner. Zeke goes after him. Nice reversal here from Freddy Gonzalez on Cassidy. Sanchez smash by Smash Sanchez. It is a finisher fest at ringside, but no one put through a table as of yet. Someone grabbed a light tube that's lying out at the side of the ring as well. Zeke and Freddy in the ring now. Zeke perhaps hoping for the first elimination, but Freddy tries to get him into the table, but Zeke thankfully avoids that fate. Head first into the turnbuckle though. Smash Sanchez in there as well for a little backup. He's going to head out to help out Remy. And, oh, beautiful move there from Gonzalez. And, ooh, if that were a little closer, that might have got it. Freddy top rope on Zeke, and the frog splash through the table. Does not count as an elimination, obviously. He put himself through the table there. I wasn't sure. I waited to see how the referees were going to rule there, but and Freddy eliminates Zeke. Camera cuts to it a little late, but Freddy Gonzalez eliminated Zeke, put him through a table, while the cameraman was watching the chaos at ringside, and that is going to be the end of the night for Zeke. It is now a 3-on-2. Freddie after Vinu now. Big suplex, and he's not done. Zeke watching closely. The referee watching Zeke closely to make sure he doesn't interfere. But looks like he's got the table. Still a wedge there. That poor fan cannot see a thing. Lex Cassidy getting double teamed by Smash and Remy, while Freddie going after Vinu. It is not looking good for the Brotherhood right now. The numbers game not on their side. Vinu over the top rope, though, connects on Freddie. Caught Freddie napping and made him pay for it, and now Vinu's not finished yet. Boom! Hits the cutter. And now finally over to try and help out Lex, but now Vinu, the victim of the double team. Vinu valiantly trying to hold the fort here for the Brotherhood and give Lex a chance to recover, but no dice so far. Claymore. Oh, and there is a low blow on Vinu, and now, boom, another finisher. Smash Sanchez going under the ring. I mean, might be looking for a table. We got to get another table out here if we want to try and finish this match. Absolute mayhem here on Mayhem. Lex tossed into the ring. Smash Sanchez pummeling Vinu. Freddie grabs a trash can. And, oh, accidentally hits his own teammate there.
Still effective in its own way.
Cassidy in the ring. Freddie with the snap suplex. And now armed and dangerous. Oh no. Poor Lex. All three of them rush him at the same time. Thankfully for him, two of them abandoned it to go back after Vinu. And now here comes Lex. On the attack. Flattens Freddie with a big right. Again, Lex Cassidy has been excellent as of late. I am really hoping that that table stuck in the crowd has not caused a 2K related problem. Lex and Smash going at it. Vinu sends Freddie into the corner. Now locks up with Remy and flattens him with a big clothesline. No, Blaze, that message was from yesterday. I was supposed to have the stream yesterday. Your match has not happened. You're having your debut tonight, but it hasn't happened yet. It's up next. Next match, I believe. And boom. Lex in a fighting mood. Oh, big kick to Smash Sanchez. Hey, Savage, thank you very much for the gifted sub for Daniel. Much appreciated, much appreciated. The rare Puchari. You love to see it. Thank you very, very much, Savage. And a ripcord knee connects. You can see the blood all over the ring. Again, lots of fighting going on, but nobody grabbing another table. I'm going to let it go for a little bit longer, and then we may need to take a commercial break. Just to make sure everything's all right. Oh my goodness, a vicious maneuver there from Remy, and he's not finished. Vinu split open. Counter from Vinu. Vinu missed on the spin kick. Big leg drop from Smash Sanchez on Lex Cassidy as he's getting double teamed again. Cutter from Vinu. Listen, the Brotherhood are hanging in there. Smash Sanchez throws a light tube into the face of Vinu. I'm going to wait till the next time someone goes under the ring to find something, and if they don't pull out a table. Oh, there's the poison mist into the face of Smash Sanchez. We'll give it a little more time, and then we'll take a commercial break and see if we can't sort the situation out. I think that wedge table might be causing a little bit of confusion. Freddy attacking Alex from behind. Remy coming around to help out. We'll give this maybe another minute or two, guys. Then if we haven't got a table out there, we might have to take a commercial break. Listen, an incredible match. I mean, absolute brutal violence. You love to see it. Only one elimination so far. Frankensteiner from Gonzalez. He's not done. Big neck breaker. Okay, Smash Sanchez. Oh, Smash Sanchez. Come on now. Come on now. Another light tube to the face for Venu. Splash by Big Daddy, but Lex gets the knees up. All right, I think we might need to take a quick commercial break, everyone, just to make sure that everything is fine. We'll be right back after this message from our valuable sponsors.
It's the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame collection. Duke, Stalker, Snake Eyes, and Cobra Commander. Each 12 inches tall and authentically detailed with real combat accessories and light and sound weapons for really big action. The G.I. Joe Hall of Fame collection. It's a whole new way to play. Figures sold separately.
There we go. All right. We are back, a table in the ring. Venu with a submission hold on Freddy Gonzalez. Obviously, submissions don't count in this match. Venu grabs Lex from behind, reverses him into the corner, and face first into the turnbuckle. Venu attacking Remy with that chair, and somehow the Brotherhood have managed to turn this around here against Armed and Dangerous. Table set up in the ring. Lex maybe hoping to eliminate Smash Sanchez here. Sends him into the corner. And almost went through the table himself. Up and over, but misses the table. Once again, Venu locking in the submission on Freddy Gonzalez, just looking to cause pain. Freddy tapping out, of course, but Remy coming in to help him out. And Smash Sanchez kind of trapped behind the table there. It collapses without anybody going through. And Venu coming to the rescue here. Big combination on Remy Haynes. V-Buster on Freddy. Smash Sanchez with another light tube, and oh no, again for the third time, Venu. He's seen the light 3 times this match. And Smash waiting for him to get to his feet, and doesn't get the hit in time.
As their opponent in the electric chair position.
Electric chair. German suplex. And table drop kicked out of the ring there by Remy Haynes. They're going to have to get that back in if we're going to see the next elimination. And suplex onto the table. Lex Cassidy with a big suplex on Freddy Gonzalez. Venu taking on both the other members of Armed and Dangerous. Freddy split open on that last exchange. Lex has him up. And kaboom! With the powerbomb. Smash Sanchez heading out of the ring. Grab that table smash, but does not get the opportunity. He is split open by the running bulldog from Venu. Cassidy setting up Remy for something, flattened him. Power slam by Vinu. And the Brotherhood, inexplicably, despite it being a 3-on-2, in control for now. Vinu hits the splash. Table back in the ring. Good job, Lex. Remy Haynes has not moved for quite a while. He may need to get the medical staff out there. Okay, as if on cue. Remy gets up, but Lex reversed to the table. Remy into the corner. And oof, dropped face first into the middle turnbuckle. Vinu and Freddy duking it out at ringside. There's the cutter, Remy. And Lex standing right next to the table. Into the corner he goes. Off the ropes. And a huge right hand has Lex staggered into the table, and we might be seeing our next elimination. Has him by the throat. Remy Haynes choke slams Cassidy through the table for the second elimination. It is now 3 against 1. Vinu all alone in there against Armed and Dangerous. And he is paying the price. The question is, are any of these guys going to fish a table out from under the ring? Oh, there's the spray. Who did that? I mean, it had to have been Vinu, but it didn't look like Vinu was on the offense there. I might have just missed something. Looked away for a second, and that's what happens. That's why you have to keep your eyes glued to the screen. During an RLWF show, look at Vinu just absolutely getting pummeled. The audience member didn't listen. Yeah, maybe Brotherhood fans in the stands there are starting to bring their own blue mist. That kid in the pigtails looks suspicious. I bet it was her. There, look at her. Has she got blue on her mouth? I can't see. I can't see. All three absolutely massacring poor Vinu. I never thought I'd say poor Vinu, but I legit feel sorry for him at this point. Just getting the life squeezed out of him here by Remy Haynes. We'll let this go for a little bit and see if someone's going to fish a table out. Otherwise, we might need to have another quick commercial break. Blue mist on the RLWF store. Well, listen. There are all sorts of incredible options for you, including your own home Blue Mist kit. www.rlwf.merch, not a real website. And the Gutbuster. Freddy Gonzalez has that barbed wire bat. Oh my goodness. Is there a mercy rule for Vinu? Oh my goodness. Vinu rakes the eyes, trying to get something going, but 3-on-1, no chance. I can't watch this any longer. We are going to have to take a quick commercial break here. Just a moment, everybody.
Who cares?
Class is in session at Bayside High. There's biology,
Chocolate-covered grasshoppers.
chemistry, psychology.
Doesn't anybody feel the way I feel?
Saved by the Bell premieres Monday, November 2nd on TBS.
All right, back from the commercial break. And throws a table at the side of the head of Vinu. There is a chair rather, sorry. There is a table in the ring. I mean, Armed and Dangerous at this point seem more concerned about just having fun pummeling Vinu than they are eliminating him. Dropped right on top of that light tube. I think he's had quite enough of the light tubes tonight. Maz, if they allowed us to have little person wrestling, I would do it. I would do it. A proud wrestling tradition. that I think they should have in a game. Oh, Claymore on Venu. Table in the ring. We're just waiting for them to get back in there. Armed and Dangerous in no hurry. They do not get the opportunity very often to, as a team, lay out a beatdown of this nature. But Venu trying to get something going, at least. Listen, as an old person with increasingly bad eyes, how people are able to watch on their phones is an absolute mystery to me. And oh no, insult to injury. The low blow. I mean, credit to Venu for being on his feet at all. Daniel, you're not wrong. If Venu wins this match, it will be his greatest moment of all time. I mean, come on. All right, working their way slowly towards the ring. We just got to get back in there. Counter from Venu, but short-lived. There's a side Russian leg sweep by Freddy, and another light tube. Venu is going to be a certified electrician by the time this match is finished. Big suplex. Get him in the ring, guys. Get him in the ring. A big knee lift.
Just looks nasty.
And squeezing Venu's head like a melon. Again, I shouldn't have to take a commercial break for them to get him inside the ring. I don't know why that is such a problem. I think we need smarter wrestlers too, Blaze. I think so. I mean, listen, I know Armed and Dangerous having fun, but we have an entire match. We have a whole card full of superstars waiting backstage. This is getting a little indulgent on the part of Armed and Dangerous. Once again, putting a squeeze to the trapezius muscles of Venu. All right, we are going to have to take another commercial break. Apologies. We'll be right back.
Now you can own Batman and Robin on video.
I got you!
No, I got you.
It's the one date you won't want to miss.
Cool party.
Own it on video. Soundtrack available on Warner Sunset Records. Rated PG-13.
All right, back inside the squared circle now. Remy's got him up. And oh no. Tombstone pile driver. Going from bad to worse. Freddy has the table set up. Oh, knocked down immediately by Smash Sanchez. Thanks for that, Smash. Smash trying to dislodge that table, but having no luck. Freddy has the table set up again. And Smash sets... Oh, my goodness. Smash Sanchez. For the love of God, just leave the table set up. Freddy going top rope. And missed. Tried to drop kick him over Smash Sanchez. Have you noticed how large Smash Sanchez is, Freddy Gonzalez? Come on now. Tossed back on top of the table, but they're going to have to set the table up. Oh, no. Rolled to the outside. the spectator has drilled a hole for his face so that he can watch the innovation shown by the RLWF fans. Incredible. And side Russian leg sweep. Oh, good Lord. Okay, listen. You know what? This is too often. We're not even going to go to a commercial break. Here's just like, I don't know, here's like a picture of Max quickly while we're doing this. Just eat normal, bruh. All right, in the ring. Everyone continuing to pile on Venu. Table is set up. Oh! German suplex, but not close enough to the table. Big gutbuster from Smash Sanchez. Side Russian leg sweep. Venu continuing, I mean, desperately trying to fight, but... Oh, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen, with the STO.
Here are your winners.
Remy Haynes eliminates Venu and ends his misery. And after a grueling match... I mean, listen, everybody loved that match except for that poor guy stuck in behind the table. Other than that, everyone in the arena loving that match. A valiant effort from Venu, who I think is probably going to need a stretcher to get out of here after this match. And a big win for Armed and Dangerous. All right, the bits of table and bloodstains have been cleared. And we are going to have just a nice little one-on-one, just to kind of bring us down from the chaos of that first match. We're just going to have a nice little relaxing one-on-one. And out first to the relaxing tones of Hail Britannica, or whatever that song is called. It is Lord Philip Osborne, minor aristocracy, major pain in the derriere. What is a British term for butt? Is there a particularly British term for butt? I am not sure. I know we have lots of Brits. Arse? I guess arse, yeah. A Lord Philip looking with disdain on the peasantry here in the arena. Of course, multiple-time former tag team champion. Back in the day.
A very high-pressure situation for this guy.
And his opponent tonight, though, making his RLWF debut. It is Blaze. And that is a big boy, Blaze. Here for his debut. Wow, man, the rookies even get pyro. That's how well the RLWF is doing right now. Even the rookies get pyro. Blaze making his way down the ramp. Again, we do not know a lot about this new superstar, but listen, we have had some red-hot superstars. I'm looking at your Sean Loughlin's. I'm looking at your Kyle Akanye's. Others I'm sure that I'm missing that I'm going to get flack from in the comments, but we have had some huge success stories for rookies is what I am saying, and so we may be witnessing. Listen, I want to put the pressure on poor Blaze, his first match. But we are going to have to wait and see. I mean, I like the look. I like the look. You can never have too many cowboys. Daniel, you can never have too many cowboys. Listen, we're down a cowboy this year, so we can have another one come in. That's fine. That's no problem. Blaze versus Lord Philip Osborne. There you go. Look at the size of him. I mean, Lord Philip, a huge superstar. And oh my goodness. split him open with one boot to the face. How is that for a opening salvo for a rookie? Good Lord. I didn't even have a chance to get the prediction started. Give me a second there, Blaze. Oh, and the springboard. If it was a first blood match, it would have been the quickest in RLWF history. That would have been amazing. And Osborne, though, after the shock worn off of that initial salvo, trying to get things going, but another nice counter here from Blaze. And Blaze, listen, he has got the crowd pumped up already. They are behind. Listen, he's making a great first impression thus far. Lord Phillip, though, with the neck breaker. Again, he cannot take Lord Phillip lightly. A wily veteran, a multiple-time champion. He knows what it takes to get the job done here in the RLWF, so Blaze has got to be careful. Another big boot.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best. Whip back into the ring.
Tossed into the ring. They lock up. Irish whip by Osborne. Big elbow to the face.
Measured stomp right to the
and now Osborne with another big stomp.
Another to the chest.
And now Osborne just prying,
That's not very nice.
just clawing into the face of Blaze, but Blaze, nice counter.
Any shortcut to bypass the
Springboard clothesline connects.
Along with his shortcut, Saxton.
And Blaze trying for the neck breaker, but look at the power
And a neck breaker counter.
of Lord Phillip on that counter.
On the chest. And will this be it?
There's the pin. 2 count only.
Fatigue clearly setting in.
Dragging Blaze to the corner, face first into the turnbuckle. And Lord Phillip just raking his eyes across that top rope. And then grabbing a handful of hair and slamming him down to the mat. But Blaze back up off the mat like a shot, and boom, hits the multiple clotheslines. And Blaze setting up for something here in the corner. Oh, missed on a Superman punch. Pop-up cutter connects, though. 2 count only. Lord Phillip able to kick out.
Keep this matchup going.
Another big springboard. Again, another one of these superstars that has size, but also... Uh-oh, look out. Spear out of the corner, and oh, that might be all she wrote already for Lord Phillip. 1, 2, 3, and just like that. A Blaze with the victory. Felix, welcome in, welcome in.
Here's your winner,
Bad Boy Blaze. Picking up a pretty easy victory here, all things considered, in his first match. Definitely someone the people here on Mayhem have to keep an eye on. Blaze with the win. All right. Next match.
Here comes one of my favorites.
I think this answers your question right here, Felix. Dominic Felix made his debut, and now already a new look.
making his way to the ring.
Already a new look.
Weighing in.
It might even be better than the last. Might even be better than the last, and that is saying quite a bit. Dominic Felix heading to the ring. Look at the tattoos, baby. Look at the tattoos. Look at the gear. All impressive. All impressive. Again, Dominic Felix looked impressive in his first match. Let's see how he fares in match number 2. Listen, the fans already behind him. I mean, just jamming out to the music. I mean, in fairness, that's a great song. But the fans getting on board quickly. Behind Dominic Felix. And his opponent. Oh, look out. The Great Ossington. Fans are going wild for the Great Ossington. A legendary punching power. Again, I think that Ossington definitely is going to have the size advantage here. Dominic Felix, a cruiserweight, and Great Ossington, whatever the opposite of a cruiserweight is, that would be the Great Ossington. But listen, the RLWF isn't just about who is the biggest. And Ossington, I mean, a unique looking individual. The big punching man indeed. Couldn't have described him better myself, Maz. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think is coming out on top. A tough test for the rookie. But he's coming right at him. Oof. Missed on the opening salvo. And Ossington getting those shots in. Boom. Face buster. Again, Felix, there you go. Has to use that speed, has to use that agility advantage that he has. If he is just going to stand toe-to-toe and duke it out with the Great Ossington, it's going to be a quick match, but with some ring IQ, Felix could pull this one out. We'll have to wait and see. Choking Great Ossington now. Listen, I guess you got to pull out all the stops. Clubbing blow across the back. Stomping on the hand. Listen, he can't punch you if his hand is broken. It's not a bad strategy. Continuing to work on the arm. And oof, missed on that one. And Ossington making him pay for it with a shot to the side of the head. He's going to take a quick timeout. They lock up. Ossington sends him into the ropes. And pop up right. Oh my goodness. The Great Ossington trying to drag him to the corner, but unsuccessful. Locks up Felix. Going for the DDT, but a nice counter from Ossington. Ossington goading the rookie. And ooh. And now the sleeper hold. Nice counter there from Felix. Springboard crossbody connects. And there's the pin. Only a 1 count. Only the 1 count. They lock up. Felix sends him into the corner. And Dominic takes a little, gives him a nice right hand there as well. Listen, not the same punching power as Great Ossington, but no slouch either. And boom, beautiful arm drag. And Felix feeling confident. Stomping away on the Great Ossington.
That's going to be a moment you want to forget very soon.
And Felix through the ropes. The suicide dive. Nice dodge, but caught that combo. Boom! The big right hand. After the fancy footwork. Tossed back into the ring. And Ossington going top rope. Oh my goodness. Missed on the diving punch. And Felix taking advantage. Ooh, super kick right to the chinny chin chin. And the corkscrew splash. Setting him up. And boom. Hits the knee. Trying to move him away from the ropes to avoid the rope break, but leg hanging out of the ring there momentarily. Looks like it's in now, but only the 2 count. Ossington able to kick out. Ossington. Hit with the elbows. And now abdominal stretch, trying to make the big man tap. Not a terrible strategy, to be honest. On their feet again, and Dominic Felix sent into the corner. Big body slam from Ossington. He thinks he might have it. And he almost did. Almost did. 2.5, and Dominic Felix still hanging in there, but discus punch from Ossington. Another big combination connecting, and Felix, to his credit, with a nice counter, clotheslines him into the corner. Springboard connects. Ossington rolls out of the ring. Felix headed out after him. Ooh, split him open with that boot to the face. And now lifting him slowly. And, oh, a vicious roundhouse. Ossington somehow with the counter, though. Wrenching the knee and ankle of Dominic Felix. Reversed into the steel steps, then follows up with a drop kick. At a 5 count, they're going to have to be mindful here. Dominic setting up for something, but at a 7 count, caught him. Felix slides back in. That's a 9 count. Ossington slow to get to his feet, and that might be it. Rushes just in under the 10 count. Amazing. Springboard connects from Felix. A great match. And Felix reversed by Ossington. And, oof, nice back suplex. And, oh my goodness, the lose your shoes. Hooks the leg, and, oh, unbelievable. Somehow manages to kick out of that one. Split open with that smash into the turnbuckle. Fans shouting, fight forever. They are loving this one. Ossington waiting for him to get to his feet. And, oh, Dominic with the counter. Rolls him over, trying to get a sneaky little win here. And gets it. What a match. What a victory from Dominic Felix. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Dominic Felix, over the Great Ossington. All right, over to the women's division for some tag team action. And out first, you love them or you love to hate them, It is Tonga and Mauler. Former tag team champions. Trying to work their way up to get the belts back around their waists.
On the way to the ring.
The Stunners, of course, perennial foes of Tonga and Mauler, but the Stunners may lose the belts themselves. Are going to have to put the belts up against the Mutual Admiration Society after they won their match last week. So they may be chasing a different target. Soon, we'll have to wait and see. Is your ask, Norm, am I making it to the PLE? Almost certainly. The next one, I think we should be able to squeeze everybody in somehow, even if we have to have a big Royal Rumble at the end. We'll get everybody in that PLE. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We had the last couple with the Rando Lando, and then with Rando Lando, and then with the King of the Ring. We couldn't get everybody into the PLE, so I want to make a point in the next one to make sure everybody gets into the PLE. By hook or by crook, we'll get you there. Don't worry. Rachel Warren headed to the ring. We're gonna have to actually come up with a name for this team. Rachel Warren and Lexi Knight. If you're watching on YouTube and you have a suggestion for what we should call the tag team of Lexi Knight and Rachel Warren, leave it in the comments below. Lexi Knight, the aforementioned Lexi Knight, headed to the ring. Again, I think these two are really starting to gel as a team, but the women's division, tag division, has some very, very tough teams, and Tonga and Mauler, I think, were victorious in their last match between these two teams. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think's coming out on top.
Tag team action underway. Two teams duking it out for some
And of course, the prediction's not working. Bear with me 1 second, everybody.
But these guys are tired of talking. Their team is looking to prove themselves and steal the show here tonight. Oh, and that buys some time.
There we go. There's the prediction. Tonga and Rachel Warren in the ring right now. Warren sent into the corner. And Tonga's going to work that arm.
Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat. Just ruthless. That showed a complete lack of respect for your competition.
And Tonga has her on her feet. Right back into the enemy territory, and we're going to see a little tag team action. Oh, no. Driven into the boots of the Mauler.
She was clearly waiting for that.
They lock up. Rachel Warren with the schoolboy into the kick to the face.
Ripping and tearing at the
And now pulling at her face. I don't know if she's trying to pull the mask off or pulling at the face. We have never seen the Mauler unmasked.
A cheap shot.
Drop kick from Mauler. And now Lexi in the corner. Face first into the turnbuckle. And the Mauler only too happy to keep the punishment going. There's the foot washes, and she's not done coast to coast with one more foot wash. Man, oh man.
Then she'll make the tag.
Tag to Tonga. Tonga, I think, thought about going top rope there, but sends her into the corner instead, and we're going to have more tag team action here. Off the ropes, Tonga holds her steady for another big boot to the face from Mauler. And Tonga and Mauler just toying with Knight and Warren here.
What's she doing? Leaving the ring? She's taking time to strategize, Saxton. It's being smart. Ooh, she responds with a counter.
Mauler with the elbow out of the corner, locks up with Lexi. Reverses her back into the corner. And puts the boot right into the neck of Lexi Knight.
Absolutely punishing.
Took a shot at Rachel Warren, but Rachel Warren returned the favor, desperately calling for a tag, but Mauler gets to Lexi first and sends her into the corner. And once again, the foot planted into the face of Alexi Knight. There's the pin. This one might be over already, but no, only the 1 count. And Mauler top rope. Alexi gets to her feet. And a huge drop kick. Flattens her. Lexi with the reversal. She needs a tag in the worst way. A little rope-assisted tornado DDT, but wisely going to the corner to tag in Warren. Ooh, who walks right into a kick. Right into a kick. A cake? A kick. That first match broke me. It broke my brain, ladies and gentlemen. And laying into her with a series of kicks before heading to her corner to tag in Tonga. Rachel Warren's going to roll to ringside. Tonga, of course, going right out after her, but Rachel waiting for her. Neckbreaker connects. And Warren drops the elbow. Warren heads back into the ring. Tonga in after her. They lock up, and Warren, a nice hip toss. Tonga now a tactical retreat. They lock up again. Rachel Warren reversed into a shoulder block. And the drop kick connects in the corner. Rachel Warren going to tag in Alexi Knight. Tonga in need of a tag as well, but goes straight after Lexi instead. Back in the corner. And look at it. Tonga just wailing away on her in the corner. Unbridled violence. Sweeps the leg. And there's the tag to Mauler, who immediately launches Rachel Warren before going out to ringside to go after Alexi Knight. Big combination. Connects. There's the counter. Into the barricade, and Alexi Knight's going to head back in to avoid the countout.
She's getting fired up, ready to show her opponent what she's got.
5 count only. Lexi going over to have words with Tonga, but Mauler takes advantage of the distraction, has her up, and boom. Hooks the leg. Rachel Warren's going to come in and break up that pin. A smart decision from Warren, I think. They lock up. Mauler trying to drag her to the corner, but Lexi creates some space. Springboard forearm connects. And Lexi surprised she's not going for a tag here. Instead, working the arm. Now. There's the tag. Rachel Warren back in the ring. Irish whip. Up and over with the belly-to-belly suplex. And now Rachel setting up Mauler for a little Three Amigos of her own. Boom. Hooks the leg. Tonga comes in out of the corner to break it up. Rachel misses on the senton. Mahler attacking the arm, and now she is wisely going to go tag in Tonga.
Of course they're going to wind up with a few battle scars.
Nice. Hurricane Rana. Warren in the corner. Big forearm from Tonga.
Impressive counter. He is just desperately trying to
And elbows to the midsection. Creates a bit of distance here.
and she's trying to create space.
They lock up Warren. Once again, trying to drag her to the corner. Guys, throw them to the corner. It is the cardinal rule of wrestling. The superstars will never, ever learn. I've been saying this since year one.
Oh no, look at this.
I mean, not a lot of hair to stand on, in fairness. There's the pin. Oh, just the one count. Just the one count.
She's able to get the tag by the skin of her teeth.
Both superstars make a tag, and Mahler and Alexi Knight going at it now. Mahler showing Tonga-like agility here. And a quick tag. Mahler sends Tonga right back into the match. Irish whip by Lexi sends Tonga to ringside. Lexi catching her breath here before tagging in Warren.
And she's using this moment to summon all of her.
They lock up. Tonga sends her into the corner. Counter from Warren. Cardinal rule broken, and Tonga right back on the attack. And a head scissors DDT right on the logo.
I'm starting to wonder if these superstars
Into the corner again.
We're well beyond that now, Saxton. We're so far out in the
And Tonga, not sure what she wants to do with her now. Trying to make her a little dizzy here, I think. Before finally the attack to the back. And here we go. Another double team. And oh, the super kick to the face. Hooks the leg, and Lexi Knight for sure is going to have to come in and break that one up. There is no way Rachel Warren was kicking out after 3.
She gets the tag.
Or before 3, rather. Lexi Knight eliminated by Tonga. And now going back after Rachel Warren. Face first into the apron.
Pinning down their opponent's arm.
And now Tonga continuing to target that left arm of Rachel Warren.
She is going all out. And now gets tossed into the ring.
Back in the ring. Rachel with the clothesline. Happy, welcome in, welcome in. And a rope-assisted DDT. And Lexi Knight gets the tag. Drop kick by Tonga. There's the pin. Oof, 2 count only. A close one. Back into the corner. Alexi with the suplex. Grabs a handful of Tonga's copious hair and slams her to the mat before again working on the arm. And now tagging in Rachel Warren. double drop kicks missed there. Tonga recovers faster and now twisting that arm. Oh my goodness. There's the pin. 2 count again. Mauler gets the tag. What is it going to take to get a 3 count in this match? Warren tags in Lexi Knight. No, does not tag in Lexi Knight. He was taking her time and paid the price for it. Mauler reversed into the corner. Yeah, will do, Felix. No problem. And Alexi driving her head into the mat. Big knife edge chop, and now Lexi locks in the submission. She's got that guillotine hooked in. Is the Mauler gonna tap? Tonga, not taking that chance, comes in and breaks it up. I think Lexi might have had her. And Lexi now. Oh! Hits the neck breaker on Tonga. And, oh no, not again. 2 in a row for Tonga. Facebuster for Mauler, and Alexi, a one-woman wrecking crew here. Exhausted. Makes the hot tag. Rachel Warren comes in. Power slam. Tonga still out on her feet. And now Warren stomping the leg. Setting her up. And there we go. Time once again for not the Three Amigos. Technically, I believe this is the Venus flytrap. Because that third one, boom. Hooks the leg. This could be it. No. Somehow Mauler gets the shoulder up. Lexi tag back in. They lock up. And Lexi with the somersault and the kick to the midsection. Lexi reversed into the corner. And Mauler going after the arm. Mauler needs a tag to Tonga. Alexi trying to keep her from doing exactly that. Sends her back into the corner. Mauler trying to fight her way out. And it looks like Mauler finally is going to get that tag to Tonga. All 4 women exhausted at this point. You got to think that we are not far from a finish. Super kick to the face from Alexi. And Warren tagged in. Stomping away. Whipped into the corner. And Tonga face first off the turnbuckle. Warren's going to tag in Lexi Knight as Tonga heads back into the ring here. Tonga flattens her with a forearm. Into the corner. And another big forearm from Tonga. And now choking Lexi Knight in the corner. Referee, get in there. Not a no-holds-barred match. That hold definitely barred. There's the pin. Rachel Warren breaks it up.
She's tagged in.
And now Mahler tagged in. Mahler has her up, and a swinging gutbuster. There's the pin. That might have done it. 1, 2, 3. Tonga and Mahler victorious. A great match from both teams, but Tonga and Mahler come out on top once again. Victorious tonight. All right, a little one-on-one action.
Yeah, now we're talking.
And out first, representing the Brotherhood, the other half
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
of the Mayhem Tag Team Champions.
Brotherhood from London,
The
England,
one, the only Ben Fuller,
and 16 pounds.
making his way down to the ring. Now, of course,
Team champion.
Fuller was at the PLE in that King of the Ring tournament, and was in what turned out to be a great match, but unfortunately for him, against his own stablemate, Drago Blanchard. Zeke had taken a little bit of exception to the zeal, let's say, with which Ben competed in that match against Drago. That is one way to describe it. But water under the bridge, hopefully, at this point. Ben Fuller looks unfazed either way. I mean, this guy has been a champion for ages now. They've held that belt for a little while. And has seen, as of late, some singles success as well. So let's see if he can continue that in this match. His opponent,
Are you guys ready?
the one, the only Nova Kane. These are probably the two of the most narcissistic guys we have on Mayhem in one match. If Handsome Henry was here, I think there would be some kind of antimatter explosion between the three of them. But Nova Kane versus Ben Fuller. Nova Kane coming off a loss on Max to our newly anointed king, King Kyle. And Nova Kane versus Ben Fuller. Let me start the prediction. And there you go.
Oh yeah, the challengers made clear that they are gunning for the champ.
Springboard dropkick connects. And springboard forearm, and Ben Fuller wasting no time going right after Nova Kane.
Isn't going to treat this like an exhibition.
Stomping him. And splits him open with the dropkick. Trying for the quick victory here. Thought he might have had it. 2 count only, but Nova Kane already up a creek here against Ben Fuller. There's the counter out of the corner. And again, Nova Kane, no slouch inside the squared circle either, so Ben Fuller is going to have to check his ego a little bit, lest he underestimate him. Irish whip, and the elbow connects. There's the knee and the pin. 2 count only.
And frustration might be starting to set in.
Ben Fuller showing a little disrespect to his opponent with these early pins, but in fairness, he's been dominating. Working the arm. Another counter here by Kane. Kane with the pop-up uppercut. Lifts him over, but Ben there with the reversal. Kane on the attack again. Big combination. Has been staggered. Another big combination and finally crumples under the ground. And there you go, a little spinneroonie. Oh, steps aside from the over-the-top rope maneuver from Nova. And Fuller right back to business. Nova Kane tossing him into these steel steps on the far side. Kane back out after him. And nice suplex.
Just got thrown around like a sack of you-know-what.
Tossed into the ring. And Nova Kane trying for the pin now on Fuller. 2 count only.
2 count there.
2 count only. Rolling Thunder senton. And looks like he might be going for one more. Exactly that, but one too many. Ben Fuller gets those knees up on him. Irish whip. Oh, spin kick. Hooks the leg. Fuller looking to end this one quickly. And oh, almost did it again. I think Fuller's got to show maybe a little more patience here.
Torturous focus on the leg.
Attacking the leg. And Fuller's got him up. Ben 10. And that might be all she wrote for Nova Kane. Oof. Just gets the shoulder up. Ben Fuller furious about that. And so he's, oh no, surely. A second Ben 10 and call him a cab. This one is over. Ben Fuller victorious over Nova Kane. And here comes Zeke. Zeke, the leader of the Brotherhood. And he is giving Ben a mouthful. Ben says, come on down here and say, listen, I know that they had that issue with how Ben Fuller was in that match against Drago, and I thought they had put that behind him, but obviously Zeke coming out to kind of scold Ben Fuller, and Ben Fuller not liking it. I mean, Ben Fuller just coming off a dominating victory there from Nova Kane in one half of the champions. But Zeke, listen, trying to keep order in the Brotherhood and curb any kind of dissension, I suppose, and came out and gave Ben an earful. Hopefully they can resolve this peaceably and get back to business. All right, more action from RLWF Mayhem. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, your all-star champion, Malik. Getting a couple of cheers from the crowd. Listen, you win the belt and you're going to get some fans, no matter how reprehensible you are. Malik. I mean, that could also be his gambling buddies cheering. He's made them a lot of money, no doubt. Oh, Malik. Almost missed the match tonight. Was on a private jet from Monaco after a gambling weekend. And basically just rolled in halfway through the card. But thankfully here, hopefully the jet lag isn't going to impact him in this match. A non-title match, but still.
Things are about to get.
And his opponent. He has been looking for an opportunity to get his revenge. It is a Takuma versus Malik. Of course, Malik beating Takuma for that championship at the Royal Court PLE And Takuma wants that belt back. I mean, Takuma, not the most pleasant fellow on the best of days, but now, forget it. Forget about it. Should be an incredible match. The flames are lit. The fans are ready. The prediction started. Malik going right at Takuma. And Takuma, oh goodness. Pummeling him from the mounted position. Takuma has been itching for a bit of revenge, so you better believe that he is going to make Malik pay in this match, but he's got to keep concentrating. He's got to keep his focus. He can't let his rage get a hold of him. Or else Malik, more than anyone else on the Mayhem roster, will be sure to take advantage of it. Takuma tossed to the outside here. And coming out to ringside, Takuma tosses him back inside. Takuma with a big combination. Has him up and, oh, slammed face first into the mat. Going for the quick pin. I can't imagine that's going to get Malik. Only the one counts.
Fighting hard to stay in this match. Left and right, over
and again, more mounted punches from Takuma. Of course, that strong MMA background serving him well. Fisherman suplex, and Malik is reeling, having a difficult time getting any kind of offense going here against the big man. Nice dodge. Irish whip by Malik. And boom, swinging neck breaker. Back to ringside, and Malik on the attack. There's that little girl who spat the blue mist. They're going to have to watch out for her. They lock up. Takuma sends Malik back in the ring. Trying to drag him to the corner and is successful. But Malik fighting his way out. Another Irish whip. And another swinging neck breaker. Has him on the ropes. What has Malik got planned? Up and no, counter into the DDT. Nice move by Takuma. And just pummeling Malik in the face. He has been waiting for this since the PLE. Big boot, and Malik sent head over heels. Rolls him over. Hooks that leg. 2 count only. Malik gets the shoulder up. And no, nice counter from Malik. And oof, spine buster. Hooks the leg. Oh, 2.5 for Malik. Setting him up though. Could be bad news here. No, sir. Takuma ready for that F5. And hits him with the counter. And now, oh, off the top rope. Thought he might be going for an F10 there, but instead, here we go with the power. Malik. Oh, suicide dive into a DDT from Takuma. Malik with the reversal, trying to get something going here. Grabs Takuma from behind, has him up, and no, another counter by Takuma. And boom. I don't know what to call that. It just seems to be not sure what's going on with his limbs when he makes that move. Maybe the bone breaker drop or something. I'm not sure what that is. He's got him up. F10. Hooks the leg, and that might be all she wrote for the All-Star champ. No. Digs deep. Malik and gets the shoulder up. But Takuma all too happy to continue the pummeling. Takuma going top rope. Malik struggles to his feet. And, oof. Counter from Juve. Not sure if he countered or if Takuma just missed there. Assisted suplex off the top rope. Malik drops the elbow. A sleeper hold counter, yeah, possibly. Counters the spear, and Takuma, and there's a counter again. And now the referee not paying attention. Malik takes the turnbuckle cover off the turnbuckle in that corner. And, oh, drives him chest first into that bare turnbuckle corner. Still only gets the 2, but again, more dirty pool here from Malik. The referee finally spots it now and is repairing the turnbuckle. On the ropes. And Malik with the big clothesline sends him head over heels to ringside. And Malik with a sarcastic bow to Takuma. Takuma back in the ring though, and there's a big boot. And now Takuma setting him up again. Are we going to see another F10 here? He's got him up. And F10. Surely after 2, that's got to be it. 1, 2, 3, Takuma with the victory. Malik loses to Takuma. And, oh, no, Juve heading to the ring to confront his twin. You are not seeing double. Those are twin brothers. And Juve with some words. We have seen Juve has been trying to find out who brought Malik into the RLWF. He seems to be, and he's been targeting King Jocko. And now Juve back on Mayhem to call out his brother. And not sure what was said. We mics could not pick up what they were talking about, but it looked like a heated conversation, to say the least. We'll have to wait and see what transpires from that. All right. One-on-one, and out first. Here he comes. It is Sin. Again, absolutely terrifying.
167 pounds.
And not just talking about his skills in the ring, although those are equally terrifying. What strange dark magics are powering this man? The flames are lit. Sin is here. He is going to put that skull in a safe place. Listen, you don't want to lose your skull. It's important to keep an eye. Right? The skull doesn't have any eyes. You got to keep your eye on it. And his opponent tonight, a working class hero, ladies and gentlemen. From the operations department, it is Willie Wheeler. making his way down to the ring. Again, Willie Wheeler, a member of the operations staff here that keeps everything running and sets up the stage, tears everything down every single night. We appreciate the work they do here for the RLWF, why it runs so smoothly. But called up on an emergency basis for a couple of matches. And wound up winning himself a bona fide contract. Well, the problem for the Rando Landos is that because we have expanded so much, we have so many superstars in the RLWF now, it is tough for everybody to get in on the matches.
And here's a superstar that is all the
Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think is going to win. Again, Willie Wheeler.
I'm not ready to crown him as the next big thing just yet.
The thing is that when it's, there's a couple of guys that maybe haven't been, like he didn't appear last week. And knowing that the opportunities are maybe a little bit less, they want to make all that much more impression when they get their shot. So a little extra incentive for Willie Wheeler here, but Sin giving him the business early. Irish whip. And, the big elbow. Nice counter. Willie driving the forearms into the face of Sin. And now the big boot connects. Again, Wheeler, for a man who has had very little actual training, just a natural freak of nature. But Sin tearing at his face. Springboard connects. He's going to roll him over. Again, a huge size difference here between Sin and Willie Wheeler. And Sin going top rope. And connects. Wow. An incredible top rope move. And Sin's not done. Willie gets to his feet and oh my goodness. The punt kick out of the corner. Willie kicks out after two, but Sin taking control. Willie, though, fighting back. Irish whip. Oh, into the power slam. Off the ropes, and oh my goodness, what a splash. 2 count only. Sin kicks out. And Sin trying to create a little distance. Splits him up with that headbutt. And now, counter from Willie, trying to fight his way out of that corner. And Sin locks up. Irish whip by Willie. And pop-up flapjack. Has him up. Nice counter from Sin. Into the inverted DDT. Willie rolls out, and now Sin taking the turnbuckle off, taking a page from Malik's book.
He leaves the ring, but he could lose this match by count.
Willie has him up. And oof. Just raw brute strength.
And now thrown back.
Sin sent back into the ring. And then off the knee, and oh my goodness. Putting all that weight to good use, but Sin with a nice counter. Referee finally fixing the turnbuckle. Wheeler on the apron.
And back in the ring we go.
Springboard misses, and Willie taking advantage. Has Sin up and face first off the turnbuckle. Willie stomping away, drops the elbow. Flattens him with the clothesline.
He's heading to the floor, but he can't take his time.
Face first into the apron.
Proficiency of attacks from him now. He's got that determined look now.
Sin, though. DDT onto the concrete, dropped him right on the top of his head. And oh! Those Tongan death strikes. And Willie tossed aside. I'm not sure what the count is at. At a 6. Sin's going to head back in and maybe hope for a count-out victory here. I'm not sure that Willie's getting up for 10 after those Tongan death strikes. Very slow to get to his feet. There's a 9 and slides in just ahead of the count. Springboard connects with the drop kick. And there's the pin, and that might very well be it. 1, 2, 3, a victory for Sin over Willie Wheeler.
Here is your winner,
And there you go. Look at this absolute psychopath. Terrifying. Terrifying. The fans booing, but Sin victorious once again. All right, back over to the women's division. And out first, your victory champion, Marcella Droese. Absolutely unstoppable. I mean, she's taken on everybody in the division and come out victorious. I've said it before, she may very well have that belt around her waist for the entirety of Season 3. I would not be shocked to see her head to Slamaganza 3 with the belt around her waist. But in a match tonight, a non-title against perhaps one of the few on the roster who I think might be able to pull it off, ladies and gentlemen. One of the fan favorites here. You know where you love her. You may have had a restraining order imposed by her. It is Amber Leon, the A to the L. On the stage, she has been on a bit of a hot streak as of late. So coming in with a bit of momentum, we'll see if that is finally enough to get a victory over Marcella Droese. Perhaps the toughest challenge currently in the RLWF. Oh, I mean, a classic RLWF moment when she when Marcella Droese, I forget which PLE that was. It might have been the TLC Extreme, but where she tossed Madam Callis from the top of the Hell in a Cell through the announcer's desk. I mean, one of the highlights in RLWF history. If you're doing a top 10 moments of RLWF history, that would be right up there for sure. All right, let me start the prediction. Who is going to win? Marcella, starting out strong. I mean, listen, those days are behind you, the restraining order days. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I think it's showing your arc. It's showing your arc, sir. All right, that was the old you. Look how far you've come. And Amber with a big combination on Droese. And Locks in the armbar. Trying to get the champ to tap, but no dice. What a coup that would be to get a submission this early. Nice reversal into a German there from Amber Leon. She's doing very well so far, but we've seen this story before. Marcella in the corner gets the knees up. Amber grabs her again, but Marcella lays in with the elbows. And now Amber returning the favor. And again, just trading elbows as they're trying to position their opponents. Reversal by Amber has her on the apron and then hot shot it all the way to the outside. Amber heading right out to join her. Kick to the midsection. They're going to lock up. And Amber, sends her face first into that concrete floor. Amber working the arms again, perhaps again setting up. We know she has that armbar finish. Thinking strategically here, Amber Leon, you got to. You have to have your full mental and physical faculties to beat the unstoppable Marcella Droese. 6 count. Counter from Marcella. 7 count. Oh! Marcella into the spine buster. Referee warning them is like, hey, ladies, we're at an 8 count. You want to get back in here or what? Amber slides in. Marcella slides in. Irish whip. And Amber with the drop kick. Another big combo from Amber. Marcella reverses, misses on the big boot. Caught her that time. And boom. Pump handle slam. 2 count only. Amber kicks out. And drops the elbow. And boom. Oh my goodness, just drives that elbow right into the face of Amber Leon.
To the outside. This could get wild.
Marcella taking a little walk out ringside here. Back in the ring, Amber with the dodge. Irish whip. Oof. Beautiful drop kick connects. And hits the neck breaker. Inverted DDT. I stand corrected. And Amber with a series of clotheslines. The fans pumped up, and as is Amber. Repositioning the champ now. Going for the pin. Only a 1 count. Only the 1 count. Amber with another big combo. Flattens her with the clothesline, and Marcella rolls out. Amber doing very well so far. But doing well against Marcella and defeating Marcella, 2 entirely different things. As Amber is finding out right now. Huge spine buster. And now Marcella twisting the foot, twisting the knee of Amber Leon. Drops that elbow. Stomping away, and Marcella just like that, right back in control of this match. Amber hard into the steel steps, and Marcella's going to head back in. We'll see if Amber's going to be able to get up in time. We're already at a 7 count. Marcella on top rope. At an 8 count, Amber, Marcella nailed her with that clothesline, but Amber waiting for her. Look at the counter. tosses her aside. Amber Leon no doubt shook up from that clothesline, but back in the ring.
And this match will head back to the ring.
Hits her with another clothesline.
And she's looking
And the neck breaker.
with a DDT.
Neck snap. Amber Leon slowly making that comeback. Trying desperately to get something going. Springboard clothesline connects from Marcella.
And in the back of her mind, she has to be telling herself to finish this fight soon.
Springboard again connects from Marcella, and Amber Leon looking a little lost right now. And Marcella rolls her up. Oh. And that could be it if she decides to go for the pin. It may be over. 1, 2, 3. Marcella Droese does it again. An admirable attempt from Amber Leon, but in the end,
Here is your winner.
Marcella victorious again.
Marcella Droese.
I mean, almost a foregone conclusion every time she heads into that ring. Easy money on the bets, ladies and gentlemen. Marcella Droese. All right. It is time for the main event. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, made his debut as King
Making his way to the ring.
on Max.
Manila, Philippines. Weighing in at 200
It is
pounds.
the King, Kyle the Voice Akane.
I think this superstar is actually happy to risk their own
I mean,
someone out. They are in the wrong.
you got to give him credit. It's a good look. It's a good look.
Makes them a good person. They place a higher value on
The reign of Jocko is over. And now it is time for King Kyle, first of his name, Lord of the Andals and the Seven Kingdoms. King Kyle descends from the heavens. You're not watching that full intro again, but King Kyle and his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, your global champion, the wild man of the Rio Grande, Jack Sullivan, representing the Cure, making his way to the ring full of confidence. But this could very well be the toughest match. Well, I was going to say this is going to be the toughest match Jack Sullivan has faced, but he defended his title in a 5-man at the Rando Lando, so that always that trumps everything. But still, you couldn't ask for a tougher, for a hotter, for a superstar with the most momentum. King Kyle, coming off a series of victories. Again, these two faced each other at the PLE after King Kyle won the King of the Ring tournament, but of course at that point he was exhausted, having fought several matches, and Jack Sullivan made pretty easy work of him. But now a chance for the two of them to meet in the ring, where King Kyle is fresh and ready to go. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think is winning. Again, a non-title match. And Sullivan with the headlock. And oh, beautiful maneuver. Look at that. The King with a boot. I get nervous about saying with a boot because I'm Canadian. I don't want to feed into that a boot stereotype. You know what I mean? Went for the drop kick, but went right over Jack Sullivan. Overestimated the height of Jack Sullivan, I think, perhaps. Neck breaker from Sullivan. Sullivan has him split open after that stomp. Maybe wearing a metal crown into the ring, not the smartest idea.
Not even a near fall there.
Sullivan top rope, missed on the splash. A critical mistake. And now Akane working the arms.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd.
And oof, the roundhouse, the ripcord, the Spanish fly.
Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
They lock up. King Kyle drags Sullivan to the ropes, but Sullivan ready for him. Couple of elbows. Gives him the room he needs for the lockup. Oof, face right off the knee. Again, he is bleeding profusely over that top, over the right eye, it looks like. That is certainly affecting his vision, no doubt, at this point. Reverses Sullivan to the apron. And now, what is he doing here? He's going to suplex him back in. And the spear. Hooks the leg. 2 count only. Sullivan gets the shoulder up. King Kyle on the top rope. And miss. Sullivan gets out of the way. Springboard elbow connects. And there's another spinning elbow. And Sullivan. With the, I mean, I guess I want to call that a DDT. I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but looked painful. And now, time for the Tequila Sunrise. How many superstars have tapped to this move? But not King Kyle, not yet anyway. Kyle heads out in a hurry. Tosses Sullivan back in the ring. And, oh, missed on the forearm. And now working that arm. Kyle has him up. Oh, no. Oh! The pile driver, or tombstone pile driver, technically. Sullivan back up, though. You can see these two men already exhausted from this match. There's the pin. Oh, thought he had him. I thought he had him there. Sullivan with another springboard elbow. Counter from the King. Sullivan again with the counter. Irish whip. And the big knee. Neckbreaker, but no. King Kyle with the reversal. Great power and great presence of mind to pull that counter off. And now lifting him up. And, oh, the spinning roundhouse connects. Sullivan rolling to the outside, and King Kyle celebrating in the ring, and over the top rope connects with the somersault plancha. The champ fighting on, though. King Kyle with the huge knee. Into the ring he goes. Taking his time getting back in there. Of course, both men exhausted. Akane in the corner. Counter. And the spear. Angled himself and set it up perfectly. And oh, almost enough to get the victory. So close. And oh, taking a page out of Sin's book with a couple of death strikes of his own. Moonsault from King Kyle, and he is fired up. Missed on the spear. Sullivan ready for him this time. Neckbreaker connects. And King Kyle. And Sullivan. A little bit of mind games there with the fake out. And one more time. Just toying with His Royal Highness now. Back in the ring. Sullivan sends him back to the mat. Drags him to the ropes. What's he got planned? Big knee. And oh no. Oh no. What is this? Oh! A vicious maneuver from the Wild Man. Setting him up. And locks in the Tequila Sunrise. Not a false count anywhere, so submission would not work, but Akane out of there quickly anyway. King Kyle splits him open with that elbow shot. Fans going wild. King Kyle back in the ring. 5 count. Sullivan still down. 6 count. We may see a count. Oh, no, I stand corrected. Kyle. Sullivan clears the table. Nice counter. Into the pin, but again, not a false count anywhere match. Missed on the springboard. King Kyle, Irish whip, missed on the knee. Fakes the chop, hits the DDT instead, hooks the leg. Is that finally going to be enough to put King Kyle down? No. No, it is not. Jack Sullivan cannot believe it. Kyle still in this fight. And oh! Absolutely crowned him. And Sullivan somehow gets his shoulder up. That is absolutely impossible. King Kyle still on the attack, but Sullivan still fighting back. Counter. Another counter. Sullivan's going to go top rope. And hits the diving elbow. Springboard senton connects as well. And boom, another big elbow right to the back of the head. And Akane is spread eagle. He is out. Is that finally enough to get Jack Sullivan the victory? It is 1, 2, 3, a grueling match. But in the end, your global champion with the victory, Jack Sullivan. Again, Jack Sullivan has been a great champion. Wins those big matches when he needs to. A huge, huge victory for Jack Sullivan. And that is going to be it for us here at RLWF Mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this later on YouTube, you've got to come down to the Twitch channel. Come and find me, NormCantShoot, on twitch.tv. And check us out. We stream normally on Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. EST, pending changes. We're doing it on a Tuesday tonight in particular. But and we have pay-per-views. We have a pre-booked show, a pre-recorded show, rather, that comes out on the weekends. everything you could ask, and an incredible, incredible community. We'd love to see you join. Come on down and find us. Or while you're on YouTube anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe, tell your friends about it, leave a comment, pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time. Whatever you got to do. Do it now, and thank you for your support. I will see you next time. Goodbye.